So Vettori to continue. 208 required.
One, mate. One, Frank.
Turned away. Just a single.
Well, Dooley, you think that Pakistan can afford to lose one more wicket, maybe that middle session? I don't think they can. They lost 6 for 90 in that first innings. I think it's fairly and squarely on the shoulders of these two batsmen. And New Zealand get one more, have Pakistan 4 down, well, they could just fall over like a pack of cards. These two experienced players. To me, are the key for Pakistan and the key, I guess, for New Zealand. They can open up an end. No experience in that Pakistan middle to lower order. And all of a sudden, Dooley, you find that you keep ticking off those short-term goals. All of a sudden, things get close, and you think, gee, we're only 40 or 50 away. Good piece of fielding here from Martin Guptill. Jump really high. Very athletic for a big man. So I think between the two of them, they'll be discussing things. I guess lunch is the immediate goal. 10 minutes away, Dooley. They'll be saying, let's get to lunchtime and reassess where we're at.
Nicely done. Just going long in singles at the moment. Short, hooked. A few bounces and down to Brent Arnell. Tucked around the corner. It'll be another single off the last ball of the over. It is 71 for 3. Short and pulled away. Along the ground.
There's 2 men back for that shot. Misbah managed to get over top of it enough so that Franklin was never in play. But they obviously feel that New Zealanders that they could get both these players out with the hook shot.
Another quick single. Williamson doesn't throw this time, doesn't want to give away 5 more. It's important for Pakistan too that they continue to just be positive. Far too early to be starting to look for a draw. You start playing for the draw and become a little negative, and you get into the wrong frame of mind. So it's important that they just continue to play the ball on its merits. If it's there to be hit, they hit it. And let's cut away off the back foot. That'll be 4 runs. A little bit aerial past that gully, but he's got away with it.
Some extra bounce for Vettori. Misbah got up nice and tall. Just guided it away pretty well.
2 balls to lunch. Turn into the onside. There should be 2. They run well, and they do. Chase for Jesse Ryder. Good finish. 6 runs from the Vettori over, and Daryl Harper says over and lunch. Pakistan will go to lunch at 81 for 3, needing a further 193 runs to win this test match. New Zealand need 7 wickets. in a good morning's Test match cricket. Being tough, hard, uncompromising at times. New Zealand have picked up wickets. Hafiz, well, he started very quickly. Good catch from Ross Taylor. He was out for 32. Tawfiq Umar out early in Southey's first over. Azhar Ali out for 10. He was LBW to Chris Martin. New Zealand bowlers were Martin 2 for 24 for him. Tim Southey 1 for 29. Vittori's bowled 11 fairly tight overs. So 356 played 376 in the first innings. New Zealand got 293 and Pakistan require a further 193 runs to win.
The 3 bowlers used by Daniel Vettori. Has not placed any faith in Brent Arnell as yet. So Martin, Southey, and of course Vettori himself. Mamise, how do you see it?
Smithy, it's a heart-racing thriller turning out to be one. This session really would dictate the flow of this game. I think if this pair can continue, then it'll be a lot of headache for New Zealand. Otherwise, it can be all over for Pakistan.
And they'll get a run first ball after the break, and that was very well fielded actually by Guptill. He probably saved another 3 runs.
Pakistan got the runs in that first session. 80 odd, but probably losing 1 extra wicket. They would have been a lot happier with 80 for 2 equation. So that first session clearly belonging to New Zealand. Now they need to strike early, disengage the 2. Misbah-ul-Haq, we know, can bat resolutely. He's on 15 from 58 minutes of hard toil. And he'll have his work cut out in this session also.
That's good judgment. Very good judgment. It's trusting the bounce.
Yes, he's got a lovely seam position for an in-dipper. And his action suggests that every ball will be bowled in that fashion. But when he gets it to swing the other way, it becomes a handful. Chris Martin just wanting Misbah to make an eye contact. Didn't get a lot of response from Pakistani skipper. He looks to be in his zone.
Of that news, Sir Ramesh, you've rung home?
Well, yes, everything is fine in Lahore, but still early hours. Information still filtering in.
Hasn't tried anything part-time at all yet, Daniel Vettori. I think it's fair enough. While the energy levels are high, I think he's got to back his best bowlers, but at some point he might be looking at Kane Williamson to try a different angle, different direction of spin. Handsome drive. Really good shot. Touch and go whether it'll make the rope. Southey will haul it back. But it was a lovely shot. The first one with authority post-lunch. And it's 86 for 3. It's a goodish crowd in for a working day. And Vettori just too much onto the pads there. So another single off that over. It's slow but sure and pretty secure at the moment. 87 for 3. Beautiful shot off the back foot, and this will be another couple for Younis. Now he's going to come back for 3, and that is very good running. So let's get back to Hanif and his demise.
Okay, it was down to the last over of the day, and Hanif was worried his older brother Wazir might declare overnight. And unfortunately, the scoreboard was a bit behind, so Hanif thought he needed more than he actually did to get to 500. So he took the chance for a very risky 2 and was run out by quite some distance. 10.5 hours, 64 fours, and only 1 shot hit in the air. Hard man to catch.
They must have run out of digits. 499. Ponce were dead twice. 437 and 429.
amazingly, there is one person who happened to see both the Hannif innings and the Brian Lara innings.
So 58, 59, they were 37 years apart, 36 years apart.
And a few thousand miles apart.
And a few thousand miles apart, yeah. So
now, Mushtaq played in the game at Karachi, and 1994 he was based in Birmingham. He got a tip-off that Lara's past 450, raced to Edgbaston, but was too late. So it's not him.
It's not Mushtaq Mohammed, right?
Now, at the time, Bob Woolman was coach of Warwickshire. He saw the Lara innings, of course. And it just so happened that in the late 50s, Woolman's father worked in Karachi. Bob stayed home in England at school. But over the Christmas New Year, Bob flew out to Pakistan to visit his father. And on the day when Hannif made the big score in the morning, his father dropped him off at the Parsi Institute cricket ground in Karachi. Said, you know, stay here all day, watch the cricket, I'll pick you up after work.
So the late Bob Woolmer was, to your knowledge, the most recognisable person that saw them both.
Well, there's only about 1,000 or so people at the ground in Karachi, so it's a good bet that it was him. When his father picked him up at the end of the day, he said, oh, well, what happened to the cricket? And young Bob said, oh, somebody made 499 run out, but nothing much happened. Nothing much else. But we'll talk about the fourth name on that list a bit later, Nimbalkar.
Nimbalkar.
He was very unlucky not to go past Bradman earlier than Hannif did. Bradman, by the way, sent a telegram to Hannif congratulating him on his new record.
Okay. So Bradman's, of course, was 29-30. Just look at the dates of some of these. AC McLaren for Lancashire against Somerset in 1895.
There's only 8 people who've gone past 400, 2 of them twice.
So Nimbalkar.
He was very unlucky. He got to 443 when tea break and the opposition decided they weren't going to field anymore. They actually said, either you declare or we go home. Maharashtra, they were 800 for 4, mind you. The Maharashtra captain said, can we have another 2 overs so we can get the record? But they refused. The opposition
walked off. They walked off.
Packed up and off to the railway station and went home.
So he was stranded on 443, 9 runs or 10 runs short of going past Bradman. That's a boundary. They'll race away to the third man with some, I think, some pretty good placement, actually. 50 partnership, it's 95 for 3. Just have a look at this one, Frank, while we let you catch your breath, as Yunus Khan just uses the face of the bat to angle a bit of width down through that vacant area. That'll frustrate the New Zealanders mightily. Oh, it's very good fielding from Kane Williamson. New Zealand have to save every possible crumb here.
Good delivery, a little bit of extra flight, and Misbah Luck cutting in hard. Then following it with a straighter one.